Good afternoon. My name is Maxim, co-founder and CEO of GTRIIP. There was a movie called Year 2001, A Space Odyssey. It was a movie from 1958. In that movie, Dr. Haywood Floyd, one of the leading cast, landed on the moon. When he arrived at the space station, he actually checked into that space station without using any kind of photo IDs, any kind of passports. He just used his biometrics to verify himself and get in. And immediately after that, he made a video call. Remember, this is in 1958, to his little daughter on Earth. And just a year after that, in 1969, humans actually landed on the moon. We have today video software like Skype, Zoom, FaceTime that you can use to make video calls. And even for hotel check-in, you can actually check into a hotel room today without using your photo IDs, just by using your biometrics. We know because we are one of the companies that has enabled one of the world's hotel check-in with a selfie. These are no longer science fiction. Those are real today. We like to think ourselves as innovators and creators who are passionate about documentless human travel. And we create these products to make sure that we can travel very seamlessly, be it hotels, co-working spaces, or member clubs. So when we create a product, it has become a platform that is seamlessly integrated with most of the hospitality products like Opera, key card systems, so that you have an end-to-end experience on just one product. The documentless check-in process that we have patented is powered by artificial intelligence engine that uses biometrics technology to match the photo ID versus the real humans. If you're a buyer, do look out for these hotel brands that are really forward-thinking and adopted our products. Customers such as Hotel Group, Sen China Group, Marina Bay Sands, Amara Group are our customers today. And outside of hotels, there are other kind of commercial properties that's also tremendously benefited from this kind of products. So you will here see that we have quite a lot of product features, all the way from room booking, to room selection, to check-in, to in-room control, to check-out. But it does not require any new hardware. Most of this is a software that is running on your smartphone. There's a reason behind this. Global warming today is real. We intentionally designed this product to be more sustainable and environmentally friendly from the beginning. So when you have a software that runs on a smartphone camera that humans already have, you do not need to manufacture, power, or maintain new hardware like physical kiosks, new cameras, chips, or cards. It's all software. This is what the software product looks like for a traveler. There are different software features that are fully modular, so you can customize it to fit a hospitality brand, and it's entirely customized to align with the experience and brand position of each and every hotel. There's one thing in common, it's the back end. We call this the AMP, it stands for Asset Management Portal. Think of this like a autopilot engine for your front office. So what the software does is that we use machine learning to analyze the photo IDs and the face on it, so that when a guest checks in, it's automatically matched against the face of the guest or the traveler that is checking in. And when it matches, the software automatically sends all this to your property management systems. And just like self-driving cars, it's a good idea to keep your hands on the steering wheel. So a real human front office can intervene any time to stop and check in. Sometimes you get guests who look nothing like what she used to look like on the photo ID. So the software is unable to check in automatically. Then you can intervene and manually approve this check-in. And in doing so, the software is getting smarter and smarter. It starts to mimic the behavior of your front office team so that it knows what kind of photo IDs to approve, what kind of photo IDs to manually intervene. It is machine learning at its best by learning from the real humans to get better over time. Our facial recognition technology to check in these guests into hotels is as good as, if not better, than a real human front office. Data security and privacy is important to us. We have data that is strictly offline on the guest phone, so it doesn't go anywhere unless you're checking into a hotel. And even when you check in, data is encrypted at rest, and it's also encrypted from end to end during the transmission. It's similar to the kind of technology that the banks are using for the internet banking, so it is secure. We are compliant with international standards such as GDPR and PDPA. And interestingly, in some markets like Macau, there's a very strict regulation by the government to ensure that all this casino visitor data is hosted locally on premise. So we have on-premise hosting options available as well. We understand that a lot of these travelers today do not have data roaming. Sometimes they do not connect to the Wi-Fi. So the product is designed to work offline mode as well by using Bluetooth technology. I believe I've said enough about what we do. It's time we show about it. Please allow me to invite our Senior Vice President of Sales and Partnership, Vetri Mayandi.
Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me good? All right. Thank you, Max. Thank you very much. Now, just gonna you've heard a lot about the product, what you can do. Now, I think it's time to actually show the product in action. Yeah. Was that good? Now, fundamentally, that is a project that we did for the Grand Park Hotel Group. It's a smart hotel transformation project, and we made sure that we delivered that very well to a point where I think the minister, if you had listened to him during the keynote address, he mentioned that Amara is also embarking on this project. So we are also part of what is going to be delivered in the near future. Now, what is the tangible benefit we bring to the hotels? Very simple, right? If you look at productivity flow, what is going on is we've reduced the productivity now. Reduce the time taken for an individual to check in. Now, we are talking about 13 hours of productivity gains. This is all tangible benefits, and these are stats that have come out live after our exercise with Grand Park City Hall. Yeah? Now, besides talking about tangible benefits, the media has also picked up on the benefits of how the hotels are actually gaining a lot of traction with our technology. Now, if you go to the Google page and key in GTRIIP and selfie, you will see all the hits are going to be GTRIIP. So we are unique in that sense that we provide a check-in not with the kiosk but with their own mobile phone. So imagine this. The whole front desk operation right now is going to be moved to somebody else's mobile device. It's the user's mobile device without compromising on security. Yeah? Because we're using machine learning to make sure that it's actually validating and authenticating the user accurately. Yeah? Now we have made, our growth has been quite phenomenal over the past 2 years. When we started off in say we made around $250,000. Right now, I think we stand at 3.4 million this year. That is validation enough that this is something that we are doing correct, and the validation has also been coming across from all the hotels. So one of the things that we do very well is tailor the product according to the needs of the audience or target audience. Now, if you're a smaller property, I don't expect you to be paying a lot of money because you have a smaller property, lesser rooms, ROI counts. So we actually tailor that according to your basic license packages. So because of this tailoring and understanding what the needs are, we have grown to a point where we are now going to go by 2-folds next year as well. Now the 3 key takeaways that we need to understand. If you're a hotel, 3 key takeaways. Number 1, if you can remember what Max showed you, there was a picture of this phone with the booking engine in the middle. So that is actually mimicking your own website. So if somebody has already stayed in your hotel, already experienced it, you want them to enjoy the same benefit again, and they can book through your own app, hotels app. Okay? Now the second one is higher productivity. It is very clear that when you are checking in a guest much faster, your productivity gains are going to be much higher. So I think cost margins are going to be much lower. Last but not least, but very important, we have found a way to make sure that machine learning provides the kind of security that all hotels are looking for. It's like what Max said as well, is much better than having a front desk staff. Now, don't get us wrong, we're not replacing them, we're just making the job easier and a bit more intelligent because everything is done at the back end. Yeah? So the fingerprint and facial recognition technology is here to stay. Now, in terms of, a lot of big hotel groups have now come out and said that they want to understand the audience, they want to know the audience better. Now this is pretty much what we have installed for the next phase of our growth. Now if anybody adopts our technology right now, very simple. Besides checking in a guest, what you're going to see is you're going to understand the guest preferences from one property to another. Let's say you're in a big hotel chain and one of your properties is in Phuket and another one is in Singapore. If the guest has stayed in Phuket before, that information that you gather there is going to be ported over to the one in Singapore when he checks in. For example, temperature controls, the channels he's watching, how he wants the bed to be set, all that can be custom designed for each customer. Now that has become the biggest hospitality play of late, and we can provide that in Q4 of next year. Yeah. Now we have only achieved all this because we have a great team behind us. So we have a bunch of guys who work really long hours, and they are very committed to what we have. Now we've finished the presentation. I think we have a bit more time, I think. We are open to question and answers. I will invite Maxim over to the stage once again. Any questions, anyone? Wow, fantastic.
Usually in this kind of session, we don't get much questions, but you'll be around, hanging by, so feel free to catch up with us if you want to find out more. And you can reach us on Twitter, websites at GTRIIP.com, Twitter and it's GTRIIP. Just in case you're wondering why GTRIIP, it stands for Global Trip. And when we started, we were really new to travel sector. We don't know any other brands or similar brands, so we just thought, hey, it's a global trip, so let's just call it GTRIIP. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.